Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another political episode. So, we're back today, and while we have the Kamala poll bump from the convention, a lot of people say actually that's not really a polling bump because we know most of these polls are response biased. We're not going to go into what response biased is, but basically, you can't really trust polls anymore during this time. But whether you believe it's a convention bump for Harris or a convention bump, not a convention bump, it's really up to you. But regardless, she is rising in the polls and the average. Keep that in mind. But good news, Donald Trump is rising somewhere else, and that is the states of Nevada and Arizona, states that have been holding on to basically holding on to Trump by a thread. And we're going to go over these states, and you'll see Kamala Harris had a lead of zero point 0.3 in the said average and the aggregate. You'll see Real Clear Politics is joined by The Hill, both uh, giving Trump the benefit of the doubt by a thread. This is pretty good when it comes to this. Could we possibly flip back Arizona before September 1st, where we do our prediction? I think we could, because what it's end up looking like right now, Kamala Harris is looking like she's going to win 300 electoral votes. And I know it sounds silly, but we cannot downplay this stuff. So we have, it's the 27th, we got the 28th, the 29th, the 30th. So Sunday is probably when we'll be doing our monthly prediction for September. That's so kind of what I believe it's going to happen, but who knows? You'll see. There has been no poll taken since after before the convention. If you see, and then you have RFK Jr. suspending his campaign and endorsing Trump. Uh, it, we'll get new polls for sure, but the question and the to be honest, we already gained a poll, a +3 from Real Clear. And in Wikipedia, they cope so hard where in just in general, they just don't want to have to add the poll, but they kind of have to because they're so-called biased. If you think you want us to believe you're biased, you wouldn't do something like that. But looking here, you'll see Trump is at a 0.5, and that's pretty good. It's probably a poll like Notable Predictive Insights. I want to believe was the poll that was given. Today's 16. Yeah, I don't know if that poll was registered, but there was a poll that was in favor. Actually, hang on, I've been looking at this wrong. This is because today it's the 23rd. Okay, never mind. I'm looking at the right way. This is July. It doesn't matter. Real Clear hasn't registered the poll yet, but it eventually will be registered here. So looking at our prediction, because a lot of you guys have been thinking about the prediction, it's not really going to change. Harris is going to pick up. Harris will be picking a Maricopa County, as much as we hate to admit it. As of right now, but like I explained in another video, you don't need Maricopa County in order to win said Arizona. If Democrats carry Maricopa, then you're probably losing by a lot. Well, not you could say you're barely losing, or you could say we're barely winning. But there's no way a Republican can win an outstanding performance without Maricopa County. So that's why when Trump was pulling up 5 points in the national average, uh, in the average, we officially said, you know what, Maricopa is going to be Republican, but it's been Republican all this year until now. So And I kind of expected this as we get closer. It tends to be a much closer race. But yes, Trump, 10 counties for Trump, 5 counties for Kamala Harris. So, yes, this is what it's looking like right now. Yes, an example of, just for those, for a little reminder, the Arizona superintendent election, what saw Tom Horn defeating the incumbent Kathy Hoffman. And yes, it looked like, in general, that Horn was going to take out Hoffman. But here's the thing, Hoffman overperformed the polls. It was saying she was going to lose by a couple points. Well, this Horn ended up winning barely. Like, how much vote average in this? We could take these numbers. Subtract them. 0.35. That seems to be that number. And 0.35. Same deal as like Trump is defeating, like Biden defeating Trump in 2020. Similar to that. But let's see. This is what it's looking like. Going to Nevada, though, you're going to see something else. Going to Nevada. You have it's barely, and I mean barely, going for Donald Trump. 0.10 of the margin. And part of the reason is this ridiculous poll from Facultata, beginning of August, before the national convention. This was definitely polarized. In this case, I would definitely see as far as just error polling in general. It's like, no way is Harris going to gain a 7-point lead in Nevada. Come on. So 0.1, close race. Other than that, Real Clear is saying we're doing very good, 1.4. But in reality, we're barely holding on to 0.10 because there are other sources that count polls, like the race to the White House is already predicting Nevada goes to Harris by 0.4. The Hill is saying Trump will carry Nevada by 1 point. We got Silver Bulletin that is saying that Harris will carry Nevada by 1.4. We got 538 saying that Harris will carry Nevada by 0.5. And then you got 270 saying that Trump will carry, said Nevada by 0.4. So, yes, it is very complicated. And really, there's only been 2 Harris polls. 2 Harris polls. This poll in general, I want to believe it was this poll which showed Kamala Harris beating Trump by like 7. That undermined all these polls because these were close Trump win polls. But we'll see if more polls come out. It looks like the Kamala surge is having a hard time kicking momentum in the West. It's mainly the Rust Belt, like Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, even North Carolina. I would say North Carolina. We'll see about not so much North Carolina, mainly the Rust Belt. That's where the Kamala surge seems to be focusing on when it comes to these swing states. Is it in other states like Arizona, Nevada? Yeah, but not as so focused on the Rust Belt. And there's a reason why we should be concerned about the Rust Belt, because Rust Belt is the key to victory. We at least need one Rust Belt state. If we don't win a Rust Belt state, we lose the election. Period. So we've had it easy with realizing, oh, Trump just needs two states in order to win. Yeah, but let's keep it remembering the Rust Belt hasn't always been friendly towards towards the GOP and GOP territory. So that's why Trump needs to especially work hard in the Rust Belt. Pennsylvania, Michigan, and yes, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin, back and forth between the three states. Arizona is important too. Campaign there. Nevada. Go back to Georgia. Georgia should be visited frequently. And guess what? Visit North Carolina also, because that state is going downhill. So we really need to do that. That's, if done, that would be best in Trump's interests. So this is what the state of the race is looking like right now. Uh, so what do you guys think in regards to our prediction? Let me know down in the comments below. And as always, I will see you all in the next political episode.